The person you were 5 years ago is dead. Not metaphorically, actually dead. Every cell in your body has been replaced. Every thought you had back then has been rewritten. The memories you think define you, they've been edited, corrupted, rebuilt. So here's the question that should terrify you. If everything about you has changed, are you still you? Or are you just wearing the name of someone who no longer exists? In exactly 1 minute, I'll show you a brain scan that proves you're not the same person who started watching this video. But first, let me break something in your mind. Right now, say your name out loud. Go ahead, say it. That name, it's just a sound. A label someone gave you when you were too young to choose it, and you've been answering to it ever since as if it's who you are. Here's the terrifying part. You don't actually know what you is. You just know the story you've been telling yourself. And that story, it changes constantly. Your brain is rewriting your identity right now as you watch this. And in 60 seconds, I'll prove it with neuroscience that will make you question everything. In 2013, researchers at Northwestern University published something shocking in the Journal of Neuroscience. They used fMRI brain scans to watch what happens when people recall memories. And here's what they discovered. Every single time you remember something, your brain physically rewrites that memory. The neural pathways literally change. It's called memory reconsolidation, which means your childhood memories, your first kiss, that moment you think made you who you are, they've been edited hundreds of times. The study proved that memories from just 1 week ago had already been distorted. So if your memories aren't reliable, and your memories are what make you, who are you, really? You're not remembering your life. You're constantly rewriting it. And the original? It's gone forever. Try this right now. Think of a memory from your childhood. Something you remember clearly. Got it? Now ask yourself, are you remembering the actual event? Or are you remembering the last time you remembered it? Because here's the truth. You've probably never accessed the original memory. You've only ever remembered the memory of the memory of the memory. And here's what should terrify you. There's no way to know which parts are real and which parts your brain invented to fill the gaps. You are built on edited stories. But in 30 seconds, I'll show you. Something even stranger, evidence that you're not one person at all. In psychology, there's something called multiplicity theory. It suggests you're not one unified self. You're a collection of different selves depending on context. The you at work uses different words, different body language, even thinks differently than the you with your family. And the you alone at 3 a.m., that's someone else entirely. So which one is the real you? The answer, all of them, and none of them. Because you is just whichever version is active in the moment. Your identity isn't a solid thing. It's a performance that keeps changing based on who's watching. But here's the question that breaks everything. If your identity is temporary, if you're constantly becoming someone new, when did you actually start existing? Was it when you were born? But babies don't have identity. They don't have language, memory, or self-awareness. Was it your first memory? But you don't remember being 1, 2, or even 3 years old. So where were you during those years? Some philosophers argue you didn't start existing until you became self-aware, until you could think, I am me. But that moment, you don't remember it. It's lost. Which means the origin of your identity is a mystery even to you. Pause for 5 seconds. Think about who you were 1 year ago. Now answer this in the comments with one sentence. Are you still that person? Or did they die and leave you behind? I genuinely want to know what you think. In 2017, a man woke up from a coma after 6 years. When he opened his eyes, he didn't recognize anyone. Not his wife, not his children, not even his own face in the mirror. The doctors said his memories were intact, technically, but the emotional connections were gone. He looked at his wife and felt nothing. He looked at photos of his old life and thought, that's not me, that's someone else. His family kept insisting, you're still you. But he would say, I'm not John. John is dead. I'm just the person living in his body. Eventually, his family had to accept it. The person they loved was gone. And this new person, this stranger, was all that remained. The doctors called it dissociative identity shift. But here's what haunts me. What if he was right? So maybe identity isn't something you have. Maybe it's something you do. A continuous act of becoming. Buddhism has a word for this. Anatta, no permanent self. The idea that there is no unchanging you beneath it all. You're a process, not a thing. A river, not a rock. But here's where it gets strange. And this is the part that will flip everything. What if this isn't a curse? What if the fact that you're constantly dying and being reborn is actually your greatest freedom? In exactly 1 minute, I'll show you why losing your identity might be the best thing that ever happened to you. Here's what neuroscientists discovered that changes everything. There's no self-center in the brain. No single place where you live. Your sense of identity is generated by dozens of brain regions working together, creating the illusion of a unified self. But here's the twist. If identity is an illusion, if there's no permanent you, then you're not trapped. You're not stuck being the person you were yesterday. Every mistake you made, every failure, every version of yourself you hated, they're already gone. Dead. Dissolved. You are not your past. You're not even the person who started watching this video, which means you can become anyone, right now, this second. You can choose a new story, a new identity, a new way of being, because there's no real you underneath to contradict it. There's only the you that you're choosing to be in this moment. Your impermanence isn't a tragedy, it's your liberation. Think about it. Every single day, you get to wake up and decide who to be. You're not imprisoned by your identity. You're creating it, moment by moment. That embarrassing thing you did 5 years ago, that person is dead. The failure you can't let go of, that version of you doesn't exist anymore. You are not a fixed thing. You are pure potential, constantly choosing what shape to take. And that's not emptiness. That's freedom. So remember when I asked, if everything about you has changed, are you still you? Now you know the answer. You were never you to begin with. You were always becoming, and you still are. Right now, this second. The person you were when you clicked this video, gone. And the person you'll be tomorrow, not born yet. So here's my challenge to you. Stop clinging to who you were. Stop defending a version of yourself that's already dead. Identity isn't something you discover. It's something you choose. And you get to choose again, every single day. So tell me, if you could become anyone tomorrow, if you could wake up and be a completely different person, who would you choose to be? Leave your answer below, because I want to know, who are you choosing to become right now? Not who you were, who you're becoming.